Today we're going to be taking that apart and seeing what we've got behind it. Marcos could give a master class in making cement mold out of trash wood. But before we get to the door, I want to show you what happened here on Kea last night. And I want to remind you to put a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And I love reading your comments. It's always terrifying when you see fire in the hills. But it became apparent really quickly to everybody that the town wasn't in danger. The wind was blowing exactly in the direction that there would be the least amount of damage, that eventually the fire would hit rock and it would stop on its own. We're in peak season for tourism, and the port is closed off to everybody except pedestrians every evening. So there were well over 1,000 people out last night. Thankfully, nobody got hurt, and the firemen protected the few houses that were in danger. So, sit back and watch Marcos unveil what will be probably the last very large cement pour. We have plenty of other jobs that are going to involve cement, but nothing as major as this. Πώς θα αφήσω με αυτό μέχρι τελευταία.
Εγώ σίγουρα
Εσύ το πες, το ξέρω. Κάποιο λόγο δεν ήθελα. Αλλά είναι πολύ καλύτερο, το βλέπω.
Αυτό το κομμάτι θα πιο μέσα να σπαθεί να έρθει στην ίδια επίπεδο.
Έφερες καλά. Ναι, όμορφα είναι. Είναι πολύ καλή.
Μπορείς να σε πραγματικά κομμάτι.
Μες στο νερό ήταν, γιατί?
Ναι, γιατί ήταν στοιχείο στα ξύλα.
Α, μάλιστα.
Σούρα θα να. Πάνω, το βλέπεις βασισμένο κολλάει όχι.
Μια χαρά είναι, απλά posso ai mine, volta vede, volta.
Vine,
Ine?
poate vine. Ticorno, ne conviene vine. Vieni, vieni, vieni. Sorry.
There you a come si stoine? Come vivo si stoine? Eli, bräcksimo cavallo?
Oggi.
Ok. Io non l'ho finalizzato così.
Ti sa tesourier se con il peso.
Ok.
To, voi non pari cu paracono mos.
Looks like the skip is full, ready to go. I'd rather leave the street without a skip for the month of August so I don't bother the neighbors. There's always more cleaning up to do, and we'll get another skip in here at the beginning of September because we still have all of that cement to take off of the backyard, and that's going to be bulky. On this day, next up for Marcos and his helper is building a chimney here. I mentioned this corner in my last video, and I'm happy to see that it's all finished. This is going to be a sliding window, just to give some air and some light into the house below. This part of the project is really exciting because every little job adds to the whole picture, and you can start to see the house emerge. You can start to get a feeling of what it's going to look like when the plaster's on it. I find this very exciting, this part of it. We're using these bricks that I brought from Kea. They're very old. They must be from the 70s at least. They're very heavy, and they're perfect for the chimney that Marcos is making today. We found this for the chimney, the bird. This part of the house remained without a roof for nearly 2 years, so it feels so good to have it closed up. 2 winters, a lot of rain, and it just feels like such a secure space now that it's all properly closed up. Can you hear that? This is the first time ever I'm washing out the floor. And it sounds like the cement is sucking up the water. See little bubbles? The lower, rougher part of the chimney will be covered with plaster along with the side of the wall. There's something really special about building a chimney. It's such a permanent fixture, and I absolutely am thrilled to incorporate these particular bricks into my building. I think next time we're going to be working on that. Also, there's always the backyard and the back wall to prep. Can't believe how fresh it feels, having had a good rinse. First one in all these years that I've been working on this thing. First time I've been able to take a hose to it. It's funny how the new door kind of makes the whole room feel a bit more serious. I don't know how to explain it, but it just seems like a big girl door. Another upcoming job will be to prepare the wood here against pests, prime it all, and that goes up there along the entire length underneath these beams to secure them. They call that a maxillari, a pillow piece of wood, when you put a beam bolted onto the wall, and that serves as a counter to that, those beams that I'm not too happy with. So stick around now, because I'm going to take you along on my full moon midnight cycle on Kea Island. I left the port town of Corisia at about 5 p.m. for this 17K ride. You go up from sea level to an elevation of about 350, 370, and then you go back down to sea level each way. Almost all the trees and shrubs you see are Quercus ithaparense oak trees, and those are the acorns that I use for my acorn flower production. I'm about 40 minutes into the ride, and now I'm at the top of the island, and I'm going through some of the most beautiful oakland with views of the sea to the south, well actually to the west and to the east. Wait, is that right? Yes. And a very bumpy road. I went for a swim, met some friends, heard some live music, and rode back with the moonlight. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you back here soon. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and the thumbs up really helps. So it's always a pleasure to read your comments, and I look forward to those as well. Take care and have a great, great August.